Hello everyone, welcome to Let's Code. In today's video, we are going to learn about MCP server. What is MCP server? Why it's creating revolution across different domains. High level overview of how it actually works. At last, we will also create MCP backend with Spring AI. We will connect MCP backend application with Claude desktop app. AI models are very popular today. They are very capable. They can do chat, summarize documents, and can also solve logical problems. But if you use them as chat application, you will realize they are limited to chat application. But did you know we can also make them interact with real world and make use of AI models to do things for us? This is where MCP comes in. MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. It is an open standard developed by Anthropic for connecting AI assistants like Claude to external data sources and tools. It's designed to provide a standardized way for AI models to securely access and interact with various resources beyond their training data. It acts as a bridge between AI assistants and external systems, allowing models to access real-time data, use tools, and interact with services while maintaining security and user control. It uses a client-server architecture where the AI assistants acts as a client connecting to MCP server that provide specific functionalities. We can think like if an AI model is a brain, the MCP is a way to give it arms and legs. Now let's look at the architecture of our application where a user sends a request to MCP client, then MCP client forward user request to AI model. AI model will make a decision which tool to be used. Then MCP client will make the request to MCP server to do some task and server will respond after execution. As part of this tutorial, we are going to create one shopping cart MCP server. Here we will execute couple of tools like add to cart, remove cart, get cart total. So if you try to understand the overall MCP implementation, basically we will create MCP server using Spring AI and then we will expose these tools. As a model, we will use Claude desktop, which provides a client interface where we can pass a context or prompt. When we type our prompt, the model will understand our intent and extract the entities from context and pick the right tool automatically and execute the logic for us. So let's create a project from scratch. First we'll go to Spring Initializer. Then we'll create a new Spring Boot project with default option for language and framework versions. Then we will just give the name of our artifact or application. For our dependencies, we will add this particular MCP server dependency. Next, we will add Lombok and also add MongoDB dependency. All good, generate the project. I'll import this particular project in IntelliJ. Let's see the pom.xml. Here we have latest Spring Boot version and here we have our dependencies in MongoDB, MCP server and Lombok. Now this application will work as our MCP server. This is essential to configure application.properties in our MCP server. So these are the key value pair that we need to define. The first one is specific to MongoDB data source. Now if we see here that we are defining Spring AI server type as synchronous, which means that we are running a synchronous server for our request and responses. Now protocol we are using here is STDIO. We are not using HTTP or WebSocket. We are using standard input and output that we set the server name and versions which help the MCP client identify our server. We will need to set web application type to none because we are telling Spring Boot to not start a web server. This is because MCP server will communicate using standard input and output. We also need to set the banner mode to off and the console logging pattern to empty. These two properties will ensure no other log will come in standard input output. Now let's look at the core logic for MCP server. First we'll create entity and repository for cart item. Let me create an entity and repository package. Let's create one entity class cart item. Now if we see here, we have couple of fields product ID, name, price and quantity. And we are using @document annotation. Similarly, let me create a repository. Cart item repository extends Mongo repository. And we have defined two methods, find by product ID and delete by product ID. Let's create another package called tool. Then we'll create one shopping cart MCP service. This contains actual logic for our shopping list. We can annotate @service to this. I'll just inject the repository. We can inject it using constructor. Now we need to define all the tools. What are the tools we have? Like add to cart, remove cart, get cart, and get cart total. So now let me initialize some products. I have created a map, key as product name and value as price. We can consider this as catalog or inventory. Now let's define our first tool as add to cart and take the input from user as string product name and quantity of the product. Now first we'll check whether the product name what user is trying to add to the cart is exist in my database or not. If it does not contain, then I will throw some exception or simply return. If product exists, then get the price. Next, before you are going to add this particular product to the cart, first you need to check if this product is already added by the user to cart or not. If it is already there in cart, just increase the quantity. Now we have quantity, we can set the price and save it to the DB. Then we will return quantity product name added to the cart, total price, each cart item dot get price. Similarly, we define remove cart, which will take product name as input and call delete by product ID and return some message. Let's define next tool get cart, which will return all item from cart repository. And last tool we define as get cart total, which will return total price of item added in cart. What we will do here, we will fetch all the elements present in the cart, get the price and map it to double and calculate the sum of all the numbers. Now these all looks like method. To convert it to tools, we will use @tool annotation. We will give name for the tool. Here we are giving same as method name, but we can give any name. Give it some meaningful description which our model can understand. Our description is add a product to shopping cart. If product already exists, it updates the quantity. Give more details on description. To inform our model about input, we will use @tool param annotation. If model finds product name and quantity and finds something like add a product or input a product, it will call this particular tool. Similarly, we define @tool annotation for all other methods. For remove cart, we will give name and description and @tool param annotation to input. For get cart, this will retrieve all the products from cart, and get cart total will provide total sum of the price for product present in cart. Now we need to register this particular tool so our model can call it. How we are going to register this tool as a bean? Let's go to main class. Here we can define the tool callback bean. Shopping cart tool callback, give shopping cart MCP service as parameter and return a list of tool callback. We will annotate this with @bean. Now we will run our application and check if there is any error. If there is no error, we are all good. Now we have got some message. This we can safely ignore. This message is saying that there is no configuration for logback configuration. Now we have got some message. This we can safely ignore. This message is saying that there is no configuration for logback configuration, which is not required for our setup. Let's generate the jar for our project. I'll simply go to pom.xml and provide the jar name in final name tag as shopping cart MCP server. To generate the jar, we will run ambient clean install from here and wait for build to done. Now build success, and we will validate this in target folder. Here we have the jar with custom name. Now we are good with our MCP server. Next thing we will need is Claude desktop. Claude desktop is model for us and it is also client for us. For installing Claude desktop, head over to Chrome and search Claude desktop. Click on the first link. Here we can download as per our operating system. Since I have already installed it, I'll just open it. Once you install, you will see this particular UI. Here we type our prompt and request will go to AI model. Then this Claude model will connect to the tool we have defined. Now the question is how my Claude model will identify the tool. Whatever tool we have created is our MCP server. We have not given any information to model. To give this, we will go to Claude desktop settings. Then go to the developer section. Now we need to edit config file by defining where our tool is present. We will open this file in editor. We have all the tools in this jar file. So we will give jar file path name with Java command. Here in config file, this shopping cart server name should be same as what we have defined in pom.xml. Then just keep the command as Java and arguments at jar and path. To validate if all the tools are added to model or not, just click here, and here we will have shopping cart server. Just expand and we will find all of our tools. Now we have to test our application, but before we have to start our MongoDB service for connecting the MongoDB database. I'll simply run this service from brew and restart the Claude desktop application. Now I will provide our input to prompt, and this will go to AI model, and AI model will extract the entities and intent from prompt. Now let's see if based on our prompt our AI model is able to figure out the correct tool or not. I'll simply type here get the card details. I'll check your current shopping cart details for you. I will allow the request. Your shopping cart is empty. There are no items in your cart at the moment. Would you like to add some products to your cart? So it is giving me a summary, and this has fired this request with these parameters. Let me check here in DB. Here we also have nothing in our shopping cart. The cart items document is empty. Let me type the prompt add one iPhone in my shopping cart. I will add one iPhone to your shopping cart. Let's see the request with quantity and product name, and the response one iPhone added to cart, total price. Great, I have successfully added one iPhone to your shopping cart. The iPhone cost 79,999 and your cart total is now 79,999. Let's validate this in DB. Here we have cart items and here we have product ID as iPhone, product name as iPhone, price 79,999 and quantity as 1. Let's type here include 2 boat air drops in my shopping cart. I will add 2 boat airdrops in your shopping cart, and here we have got the request, quantity and product name, and 2 boat airdrops added to cart, total price, and here we have got the summary as your cart now contains 1 iPhone and 2 boat airdrops. Now let's verify this in DB. I will simply refresh this, and here we have got product ID as boat airdrops, product name as boat airdrops, and price as 3999 and quantity as 2. Let me type the prompt get details from my cart, and here we have got the response like I'll retrieve the details for your shopping cart. Here this has executed the function get cart total and got the total value of our cart item. It has again called another tool let me get the specific items in your cart. And here we have got the response like iPhone and both airdrops. And here we have got the summary. Here are the details for your shopping cart. Cart items iPhone, quantity 1, price 79999, and we have both airdrops, quantity 2, price 3999. We will just type another prompt. I don't want this boat airdrops product. Let's see what I will remove the boat airdrops from your shopping cart, and it's called the remove cart tool. And we have got the response, boat airdrops removed from the cart. Perfect. I have removed the boat airdrops from your shopping cart. Your cart now contains only iPhone with quantity 1. New cart total value is 79999. Now we have created a simple demo of String AI MCP server. You can customize these as per your business needs. This is how with a simple English prompt things will be done behind the scenes using MCP server. So give it a try and let me know in comment section if you have any doubt. If you want more videos like this, let me know in comment section. Till then, happy coding. I'll see you in my next video.